Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Visit with a Friend. And I like to think that you all are my friends. And if this is your first time here, um, stick around and subscribe, and I'll pop up hopefully every month, thanks to Mandy, my friend who has brought me on this journey of sharing a little bit of what I feel and think and have learned. And I hope at 84 years old there's a little bit of wisdom behind it. And most of the things that I will talk about are things I always need to be reminded of. So, there we go. And today, it's another hopefully summer day, which we need desperately, as my husband is planting outside with 20 seniors who will be planting a plant and enjoying life. And I got to thinking about one of the things that causes problems between people is criticism. And we criticize mainly because either it's a habit or we really are concerned about someone. So we think, I want to share my opinion, and I find that if I haven't been asked for my opinion, my goal is to not speak. People take criticism in so many different ways, and usually what happens when people are feeling criticized, they get angry. Now, you may not know that unless you're aware of people's body language or you know them well enough and you can see it in their reaction. Now, I'm concerned about people's reactions because I use that as a guide to let me know that what I'm saying to them is at a time that they're receptive to it. We're not always ready to hear someone say something that makes us feel less important or less attractive. Very often, people will say, "Well, that doesn't look very good on you. You look better in this color," or something with long sleeves so you don't show your old arms. It's so easy to do. So my way of dealing with it, and one I suggest, is to do that famous one I say all the time is stop and pause, take a breath, and don't speak until you're sure that you're not hurting someone's feelings. Now, feelings are something that we don't have too much control over. They come instinctively, often from things that happened to us in the past, and very often from things when we were young. Even a young child that's criticized can remember that in some way it didn't leave a good impression. In fact, it may have left an impression that's still vivid, even in an 84-year-old. So, that's my opinion. Now, I realize that the people I talk to on a daily basis in my building are all coming from different backgrounds. And I don't know what particular position or emotion they're going through that day. Maybe they got a big bill in the mail. Maybe their kids aren't visiting them. And they're struggling with trying to care for themselves in a way that says they're of value, that they need to learn to love themselves, and that's a difficulty we all suffer from. It takes practice, and it takes determination and reminders that when I look in the mirror, I see someone that has struggled through difficult times and always manage somehow or other through my philosophies and through things I read and listen to, be able to bounce back and to be able to see things more clearly. Now, I live in a building with 50 other seniors, and I recognize that occasionally people move in that I don't know. They've never really set up any kind of a welcome. So we work on trying to encourage them to take part in activities, to realize that they'll make new friends, because we do that, even in our 80s. It's a miracle, really, when you think about it. I think we think we're all set. You know, we have our old friends, but they don't last. And when they go, often they leave a hole in our heart, and we need to fill it. And we do, with new people. That's where being careful of what we say is kind. I've done several videos on kindness. I think it becomes easier just to say nothing. And sometimes it's something that's gone wrong in our own lives. And we reflect that in the things that we comment about. I had an aunt that said my ears stuck out and I shouldn't wear my hair in any way that shows them. I was maybe 10, 11. That's a lot of years ago. I remember it because it hurt my feelings. And I wanted to wear my hair behind my ears. So, when I look at a new friend, I try to find out what it is they're coming from. How do they feel? What do they need to know to feel they belong and that they're a part of all of what we do? I don't rush it. I don't ask questions that may be misunderstood. I want to know more about them, but they have to be ready to share it. So, learning to listen more, to look at them clearly, and be careful how quickly I speak. I don't always have to talk about me. Now, I'd like to. I want everybody to know who I am, what I've done. That's who I am. It's not a good thing to do, but it's who I am. So I accept that. When someone arrives in this building not knowing what they're going to feel, we have a new woman, or a young woman, we're all young, and she's not happy. She says, I want to go home. The hardest thing that all of the people in the building have to do is to accept the fact that this is their home now. This is where they live. It may have meant that they left behind a house with a yard, or maybe a large porch, and they're sad. They live in 3 rooms alone, and sometimes they spend a lot of time there. Now, I can't find fault with the fact she feels that way. What I can do is tell her the things that I do on a daily basis, and also I recognize that I'm extremely gifted. I have a husband of 57 years, and we live in the same size apartment as those people with just one. So I kind of can let them feel good about what they've got, and that's something all of us need to do, is have gratitude for what we have. So if you're having difficulty in your relationship with someone because you've said something too quickly and they did not take it the way you meant it, it's time to say I'm sorry. And let them know that you recognize that it was inappropriate or a wrong time. And that can help very much in teaching someone else how to respond to someone in a way that's constructive without hurtful. So, to all of you that spend this time listening to me, I am grateful, very grateful. I have a lot of friends out there that I haven't seen in a lot of years. But they come on here and they get to visit. Now, I like comments. Most people don't. But if you have a suggestion of something that's concerning you, please let me know. And if it's something that I can help you with, at least by sharing something that fits your needs, please let me know. And next month, hopefully, when Nanda and I get together, I'll be here again. And if you comment and let me know something about you, it might make it easier for me to share. All right? I love you all. Have a wonderful day and enjoy this little bit of warmth we're getting where we are up near Buffalo. It's been a long winter, and I am a sun person, so I'm very happy now. Thank you. Be well.